Hello, lovely people. Welcome back to my channel. I am using, today is our September Friday embossing folder hop here on Handmade Happiness. And our theme is Paisleys or Flourishes. And I am using two different Gemini embossing folders, which I've never used before, which is like seriously cool. So I want to show these to you because these are those deep embossing folders, you know. So I did one in gold. Look at this one. This one came out so cool. So the problem is 4.5 by 6. So either you're gonna have to make a huge card, which I'm thinking of, or you're gonna have to cut it down. And there are different ways that you could use that. But isn't that beautiful? Look at the depth that you get with that. I got that. So I use a Gemini all the time. And I want to tell you that. So my sandwich was so I have the big Gemini things that go through this way, but I very often use it this way, all right? So I took through this way, but I very often use it this way, all right? So I took the Gemini plastic shim and I cut it in half, all right? And I've been using it forever, all right? Because most of the time I use the iMend plastic cutting mat from iCrafter, which by the way is worth all the money and is absolutely amazing. It is, after 1.5 years, is still absolutely bloody flat. I was on their design team, and one of the reasons I was on their design team is because I really believe in all their products. Anyway, but this was my shim. You can see it's still wet. Okay, there we go. So the plastic, you know, the spongy thing that they give you, and then the embossing folder, and then a plate on top of it. And I put it through sideways. All right. So when I have lots to emboss or lots to cut, I put things through this way, but use the big plates. But most of the time I put it through sideways because, you know, I don't want I don't want lots of little machines on my thing. So I went with the big guy. All right. So, but this is, and it worked out wonderfully. All right. And so this was the second one, which is lovely, but it's only 3 3/4 by 6, which is just a weird bloody, or I think it's like, yeah, it's by 6. And this one's like 6.5, or maybe this is 5.5. I don't know. But again, look at the depth on that one. Look at that and the textures. That is like really cool. This one's going to be a fall card. And this one I think is going to be like an anniversary card. So let's get to making, shall we? Okay. Let's start with this card. It's going to be a Thanksgiving card, fall Thanksgiving. So one of the first things I did was I cut it down to 5.5, well, a little over 5.5, because when you mount it on a card base, you always want to be able to cut it down to the actual length of the card base and not have it be a little too short. So that's what you do. So these are leaves from the Hello Fall from Honeybee Stamps. So I think that's just wonderful. And so I'm gonna glue those down. And I also have, here we go. Here we go, autumn cut out. See that? Autumn. Is that how you spell autumn? That's how you spell autumn. There you go. So what we're gonna do is, you can see the wind blowing, and we're gonna take some glue. And we want to put some of these on here like they're blowing, but not covering up all of the swirls too much. You know? I like that. I don't know that I'm going to use the, what am I going to use? You know, some of the spots that are more flat, you don't want to, I like following the swirls themselves. How are we going to do this? Maybe I'm going to use another red one. I like the red. That's good. Now we have to glue it down so there is not any falling off. You know how that's gonna go. Put this guy under here. But the first thing we're gonna do, you know, don't be afraid just because you made it. I mean, it's yours. You can make it smaller. Okay, there we go. Let's make this. Oops. I don't like to make things off my cards. I don't know why, but I just don't. All right. Now, how are we going to do that? I might want to... I have this other card base here, and I was thinking, how am I going to do this? And I think I might want to do that. Hold on for a minute. You know what? I think I'm going to... Watch what we can do. I wonder if we could slip that in there. Nope, too big. So. All right, through the magic of the camera, I am back. All right, here we go. See, what I did was I backed these letters with the darker paper, and now they're gonna show up on the card. And I think that's gonna look very nice. Here we go. And I think this is gonna be quite good in here. My husband is pacing. So, it's time for me to get going. But I want to get this done for y'all. Let's see how close we can get these letters together. But I think it looks very nice on this paper now because I've got the, see, I've got them backed with the maroon, and that's really looking nice. You know, that is really looking nice. Okay, that is very cool, and I have an idea to make it look more like wind flowing, and that's going to be very cool too. Here we go. So sometimes you have ideas in the middle and you just kind of have to go with it. Okay, so there's one card, and you got to see me make it. And the good thing is you didn't get to see my bird steal my glue pick, which happens a lot. Okay, now making sure you have the clear glitter. Here, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put the sparklies on. Okay, the actual swirls, you know, from your tonic glitter pen, which will light up the swirls. and make them pop. I like it. And make the wind, it suggests the wind even more. Like that? Oh, I like that. Okay. There we go. More wind. More wind. Okay. So remember, if you liked watching me do this, you should hit that channel and subscribe. Remember to go see all the other people in the September Friday Hop. I think this is going to be fun. I think the idea is that we're going to do this every month, which I think is a very cool thing. And the really good thing is all of us are small, so there are no commercials. There we go. Look at that. All the sparklies. I may actually even put more sparklies on it. Can you see the sparklies? Oh, very nice. Okay, autumn. There's one. All right. I'm just going to show you the other card when it's done. Okay, so here we go. Other card. And there we go. There's card number 2. So again, what I did was I cut it down. So it's 4.5 by 6. Yeah, it's 4.5 by 6, and it's on a 5 by 6 card. So I made it into a sympathy card or a get well card or however you wanted to do it. It's a very elegant card. I think it's a very elegant card. I forgot to glue down the rose. Hold on for a minute. I'm going to glue down the rose. So the rose is a die by Altenew, and I love this die. It's a 4-step die. It fits together very, very easily. 4 colors of cardstock and you're done. I make them in front of the TV. It's incredibly easy to do. You know, the other thing that you can do is if you've got some Pink Fresh Studio inks, you can use their 4 inks and make your own cardstock, and then you've got 4 matching sets of, you've got the 4 colors. You don't have to worry about it. So, I haven't actually glued down the Praying for You either because I can't decide whether or not I want to leave it matte or whether I want to make it shiny. And the way you make it shiny is by just putting clear embossing powder on the Praying for You. I have doubled it up, but if I put embossing powder on it, it would make it just that much more shiny. I love the way that the embossing folder comes through in the background. And that's how you can really make embossing folder the real star of the show. And I think that's really interesting. So in this one, the embossing folder gave us the theme of the card, which was that movement. And in this one, it's the star of the show where it's that real elegance for everything. So I hope you enjoyed this. You can go to the end of the video or the description box below and you can see what other people have done. I'm grateful to be part of this. Thanks a lot. Talk to you all later. Bye.